right, another exciting week here. So I'm still in Asheville, North Carolina. I like this town. It's a good place. There's like something to do every day, every night. It's really cool here. Um, so the last week, it's been pretty good. I haven't been able to do that yoga practice twice a day, every day. I've been able to do it once a day, every day, and sometimes twice a day. And it's frustrating to think, I'm not doing it perfect. But I think that is also like, at least for me, that I think is part of like this experience of like accepting imperfection and not getting frustrated about it, just like going with the flow in more ways and not like being so damn, you know, self-critical. Uh, maybe I'm making excuses for failing or not doing it, but I think there's that kind of sense. And so this week I had three comedy shows scheduled. So the first one was Wednesday. Nobody showed up. There was 0 people there. I just performed for my friend. Um, so the marketing approach was a failed experiment, but like I got the technology stuff working right. So like I got a PA and lighting and that setup breakdown process was done pretty like it's a good test run to see like what worked, what didn't, any technical issues there could be, and it's super easy. And then the second one, I tried a different way to promote it, handing out flyers and stuff. The first one, I just did like some social media things. Second one was a bunch of flyers. And doing the flyers, I actually thought, because I'm like meeting people, hi, how you doing? Come to my show. I actually thought, I was like, wow, this is really working. Like, I think there's going to be quite a few people that show up. And it was actually pretty ineffective. So I think for a variety of reasons, people have, first off, there's a lot to do in Asheville. So I think I'm competing with people's lives, like their personal lives, like they have responsibilities, work, family, and friends, and those things, prior plans, and then there's also like all these different things. So that happened, and that was not a show I was doing for teens. The library shows are for teens. This one that I promoted with the flyers was at a coffee shop. So I got another show tomorrow that's for teens, and so it's like super last minute in some ways. I'm gonna try to promote it in. Doing a combination of flyers and social media, and do the social media a bit differently, and I don't know exactly what to expect. I'm hoping that I got to do better than 0 people, but yeah, it's sort of down to the wire, but that's what I got planned. And more importantly, like the material is pretty solid. Like being able to go through the whole audio, even with just like one person in the audience, and then having a couple people, I don't know, I think it was like 15 people at the show last night. Like that let me see the weaknesses. It let me improvise and make those slow parts better. Like it's definitely coming together, and it feels like it's cool. Okay, I'll say it's cool because doing an hour show, and it's like, it feels like that's what it's all about. That's like what I got in this for, was to do a full show where I get to talk about the topics I want. I get to take people from like point A to B and C and through this kind of ride. And that's what being like a real pro whatever comedian's about. The ups, the downs. You get a little serious for a second, and then silly, and then crazy, and then silly, and then serious, and like the fucking, you play it like a symphony in a way. Not that I'm good at it, but just I'm like doing it, and that feels really cool to think. The difference between me and a famous comedian is maybe the size of the audience and how much money they're making. I had 15 people and I made $0, but like the act is and like obviously I will get better in time, but it's like it finally feels like I'm doing the full act, as opposed to doing 5-minute open mic things where I'm like experimenting and trying things out and testing and this and that, or whereas this is like feels more complete and meaningful, and that's cool feeling to like think, okay, that's where we're headed now. So I'm happy about that, and it's been some time with a friend. I mentioned friend. It's actually an ex-girlfriend. I've been getting along and hanging out here in Asheville, and that's been fun. And work, I have not done a ton of work this week. A blend of like wanting to spend time, had fun, going out in the city and doing things, plus having like this comedy stuff that I've been focused on, plus having like this friend here that I'm visiting with. So I haven't done a ton of work related things, but that's all right. We'll see at the end, when I do my invoicing, how much money I actually made or whatever. But it almost feels a little bit like a semi-vacation week, in that almost every night I go out and do something fun here. Yeah, I'm only here for like a week and a half, so that's good. And I've been connecting with people in the community and the folks that I'm staying here at like an intentional community kind of co-housing thing, and the people are super nice, and I like that. Like I have like these really great deep discussions about the world and life and the universe and spirituality and mysticism and the meaning of life and government and anarchy and socialism and what is it all about, and it's like great people. So that's all good stuff. Do I have anything? You know, yeah. Having a little bit of trouble still waking up in the morning. Sleep's been a little uneasy. Probably been drinking a lot of kombucha out here, which is like, I think has some caffeine in it. So maybe that's making it hard to sleep, or maybe the excitement of doing these shows, or the anticipation make me maybe nervous and tough to sleep, or the excitement of doing it. Even when I only performed for an audience of one, it was still like, afterward, the mind was racing, thinking, oh, like I could do this differently. Oh, like you could do this. And what if I move this over here? And oh, I forgot this joke. And it's cool. I'm going to go get some food. They do a community meal here every day. So like every day I've got in a way it's like a homeless feed kind of thing, but it's like, it's not, it's a community meal. It just happens that a lot of homeless people go to it. But it's kind of cool because it brings people together in this community, and you meet people and talk to people. That the whole idea is just like, hey, bring people together so they can meet each other. And as an outsider, it's nice. Just like have an excuse to talk to folks and get to know them. And, the food's delicious, fucking great. So, yeah, yay for Asheville.